200 down below Surge, and then a couple minutes later, there's 600 above. That's ridiculous, all from his snipes alone.
Those shots were absolutely clutch for sure. But now let's talk about the clutch that is necessary for teams that are in the bubble.
That's right. 25. The top 25 will go on to Sunday.
What's fun? Ooh. Yo, let's get Xander. Cool game. Go to bed. Shut your bitch ass up.
Well, but as we've seen,
shut your bitch ass up.
Just takes
what do you mean go to bed? It's 2
p.m.
Yo, let's get some.
Change everything. Now, even look at 31st, Podesai and Snazy. M8, y'all out there? Yo, Snazy and Podesai?
They're asleep, man. Blue!
There they are. Y'all can hear them in the crowd. They're going crazy. But even someone like Bugha and Thresh, right, they've kind of been relatively quiet. Currently sitting in 34th. They can make up the ground, but they really need to come online here in this last game.
Yeah, 100%.
Where's
Acorn? We are at the global championship.
On the
Let's
leaderboard?
talk about regional representation in that top 5 or top 25 right now. EU, there are currently 13 duos. NA currently has 8
Let
duos.
Me go ahead and
one
mute this because there's a match ain't gonna start soon. Go ahead and pull this up and we can go to events and I can look at it. Oh shit, they're crazy. Oh my god. Shit. Bro, Acorn and Cold playing immaculate. You were not in WTJ? Shut your bitch ass up, Xander. I'll fucking 5-0 you. Keep playing with me. This Acorn's so good, bro. Oh my god. 0058. I don't know what that means. I won't be dead ass with you. I need to update my computer, bro. I haven't even done it. Bro, I can't wait to get this 3060 in this new case, bro. It's gonna be so nice. Good night, dog. Nah, bro, but fucking Cold in them are lucky playing immaculate. What's the next match?
And if he's able to
strategy's a little too soon. What if EU is like, yeah, you guys are ahead. That's cool. Then Championship Sunday, they're like, okay, so we were just holding it all back. You know, we were letting you play out there thinking you had something. It's all a show.
Maybe not an element of showing strats too early, but definitely let's not get ahead of ourselves, right? You know, it's just
what happened to Xander, bro? What'd you do?
You know, the finals coming, right? And that's when we got to be looking at the leaderboard.
Who just timed out Xander?
How are the NA teams doing? How the EU
Who just timed out Xander?
To that point, see, that's when we can really start to give that analysis of, you know, regionally around the world who looks the strongest. I'm still going to say the EU boys, right? But there are some top NA teams out there that are showing.
Who timed out Xander?
Hang with anyone.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, you know, NA teams are finding themselves out there. I'm very
happy
you
get timed out? Okay.
So far the performance out of some
I was about to say, what the fuck you do wrong?
Okay, let's take a look at some of the stats we're seeing here out of the competition.
What's going on with my screen?
Let's break it down by the numbers. Okay. Currently, as we look at this list. Okay, most eliminations. Here we go. Acorn and Cold, that's not surprising.
They're actually playing really good, though.
Sitting in that #1 spot.
Presenting NA, bro.
Weezy and Benno right behind, though. Do you guys feel like this is the level of aggression we would see coming into day #1 of the competition?
For me, probably.
Acorn, I know he's pretty good, man.
I think, especially seeing those two teams there is
bro,
great for me
all right.
in terms of Acorn.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this over here.
You know, I look at Vino, I look at Cold as individuals throughout the year. They were the two.
Bro, I'm looking gaming with my
best player in the world a lot of the year.
I'm gonna keep this over here. When the next match starts, I'll pull it up. But I'm not waiting. I'm getting used to my new binds, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting used to them. Kinda. I mean, I can kinda do shit I kinda can't. There's like some shit I can't do yet, but. I don't know, but editing with F feels way nicer. Exclamation point face cam? That's not to 1K, buddy. That is not to 1,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm on like ultra fucking low latency, so like my game's gonna be a little laggy, but for like 2 days, not even 2 days. It's been like a day and a half since I switched. No, it's been 2 days, right? I think it has. So it's on my new binds. Dude, chill out, Tom. I think we're going into game 6. I'm looking over here to see if we are or not. I think we are.
NA have really shown, and one thing I want to talk about is when the regions were separated, when we had NA East, when we had NA West, nobody gave NA West a single chance. Even myself said it might take a month, it might take a major for them to get in that groove, but there are a number of not only NA teams, but these NA players.
How's your day been, Tom? Actually, I'm pretty sure it's like really late for you right now. It's like 2 a.m., right? Where you're at? I think you're like 10 hours ahead of me.
You know, you saw Peak and Vico, but we're gonna see them here again because the battle bus is ready. Let's get this last and final game underway.
Final game, let's go. It's 1:02 a.m. Yeah, I had a feeling you were like 10 hours behind us. That's more like 9. Maybe actually I don't know how much that is. Like 11.
Containing our 50 teams.
Does stream look good right now? Is it laggy at all? Is there anything I need to fix? And I still watch a Cuddy W.
But only 25 can actually break through and guarantee themselves a seat on that battle bus for Championship Sunday. We've seen a handful of them in the top 10 feeling relatively safe, but the relief can't come quick enough for those teams just outside the top 25.
And I can count at the top of my head at least 3 of these off-spawn battles that would decide if a team goes towards the lower bracket or at least gives themselves a chance to get to that top 25 to earn that Championship Sunday spot themselves. And this is going to be one of them. Malabuka and Thomas, Aegis and Kanata, and judging by their elevation,
come on, Kanata. Come on, Kanata, bro. They've been selling today. I mean, he did say they weren't winning global championship.
As far as the drop is concerned, opening of the chest, but it's
oh, you got a DMR.
That Kanata's got to work with, trying to break Thomas's initial builds. AJ's
nice. Good shit.
That's gonna be Thomas down for the
you gotta watch out for him though.
AJ's taking full advantage of the siphon as well, and another benefit is the weapons that came with it.
Yeah, basically gave himself, you know, a full loadout minus the heals, and you see Malabuka now on the run, grabs that slurp truck.
Shit,
now he has decisions to make. Do I try to fight the 2v1 while I have the underhand, or do I go ahead and try to disengage and just already see it on the mini-map? He's just trying to survive. Even though they did lose the off-spawn battle, they know they have their spot secured, so now it's just for bragging rights.
Extremely unlikely that we see Malabuka try to lap back anytime soon here at the racetrack. He knows that it's going to take
That's
some
huge
time
for Kanata.
Aegis and Kanata fully clear this area out. And if he wants to get Thomas's reboot card,
is Booga already dead, bro?
Force himself
no, he's not. Okay.
into waiting. Wait is over as far as threats and Booga are concerned. That's going to be a quick elimination to start things off for a team that desperately needs.
Bro, these fucking EU people are really fucking annoying, bro. I wish they would shut up. They've literally been doing that. Like the people in the background, like the audience, they sit there and they just scream. It's so fucking annoying, bro. Like they think they're like powerful or funny or some bullshit. Like shut the fuck up. It's fucking jackasses, I swear, bro. It's one thing to be hyped, bro, but like, shut the fuck up. There's nothing to get hyped about.
But even with the vault card, Phaser, he can't charge into it just yet unless Gamer and some men have it in their best interest to just prioritize that. But
King, the World Cup GOAT.
Applying a little bit of pressure here from a distance. Keep in mind the resources though. Builds not looking the best as far as 7-man is concerned. And Gamer again, seems as though he has none at all. So this is definitely going to put Gamer and 7-man's push to a halt, and that is more than enough time for Phaser and King to get into the vault here at Relentless Retreat.
Yeah, both of these teams need to have a solid performance if they want to see Sunday right here Otherwise, they'll have to go to the lower bracket and earn it yet again. But you see a switch up of what we saw last game. King and Phaser this time around getting control of that ball over towards Relentless Retreat. But instead of just disengaging, 7man and Cal Gamer are still looting up. There's a lot of loot there to grab. And what a huge battle going down yet again.
Cammy and Seti?
They're separated, but they're
He's
trying to pincer
64.
them in. They're trying to surround from multiple angles and trap them in that little barn.
One of the most common fights that we've seen so far today. And Stain and Datas, though, holding their own. Now, what a way to represent Asia, though. I mean, we talk all the time ever since the Invitational, really, where we saw some of the potential, I think, from Asia's fraggers. And so Datas and Stain looking to try and follow that up as much as possible. They have been going toe-to-toe here with Cammy and Seti. And granted, Frenzy Fields hasn't necessarily always gone their way, but it's definitely made a little bit of an impact against Seti and Cammy because they had to go nuclear, basically, the last 2 matches to play catch-up.
Another one gonna break down a lot of early game skirmishes with your back up against the wall. It almost leaves you no choice but try to get the elimination points. Axe Force, Robob going against PHN and Kitos. Kitos and PHN actually do need this. They are outside of the bubble, 26th place, and a nice shot to try to back down Axe Force. They pounce, they get the 2v1, give themselves at least a 1-man advantage. Kitos trying to heal up. They're not wanting to give them that opportunity. Drop them down into the palm of their hands. They're attacking from both angles. Time is running out unless a miracle
Axe Force going
here.
crazy.
Axe Force, a little bit of a jumble and a misstep, but his teammate is there to rise to the occasion. And
Yeah, that's tragic, dog.
So we see our first team in
Just
the
do you,
lower
dog.
bracket facing against our last chance major teams.
Phaser and Kitos try their best. Kitos especially in that instance, but you got one below you, one above. Difficult for anybody to actually find themselves on the benefactory.
I like
Yeah.
this. I like this. Pink may have called it griefing, but no, this is just using your brain. Acorn and Cold, even though they've already qualified, letting Pink and Vico qualify off of their spot, which means they're going to get contested again on Sunday. So they want to make sure that team has this little loop, push them back as much as possible. As Anon and Sons, they need a big game here going against Queasy and Vino, who already got their spot secured. And I like the aggressive nature coming out of this. Start to build that confidence, get some points, and then you could probably take what they've been doing.
Can they put it on like some people that we know? I don't know who the fuck these people. Who the fuck is Sons and Anna God? Oh, it's Anon. Okay.
Between both Vino and Queasy.
This is a very risky team to try and tango with when your position
Fire,
in
dog.
that top 25 is on the line here. Sons and Anon, they cannot afford to get eliminated just yet. But Queasy and Veno, they're not the sort to let anything go. We've got some player listen-ins coming our way, starting with Kanata.
I got a Maven. 16 white. Going to you. I'm running.
He's on my right. Yeah, I'm running him.
20 white.
Kill him. 40 white, 40 white, 40 white.
Nice. Oh, the one's at the height. He's at the height.
Get the finish. Get the finish.
They're dead.
Nice. We need a cam, bro.
He's running. He's running back. He's just running to rise. He's trying to not give us the kill points.
He's at the hut right now. 9 damage. No, he ran, bro. We just camped the card. He's a great.
See a lot go down in that listen-in.
Where is this? Is this not for money? This is okay. So like how it works is it's top 25. You instantly like secure your spot in the finals, and then I think it's I don't really know how it works, but I know if you get top 25 here, you go instantly to like the round 3 of it. But if you get underneath that, you go to round 2 where you fight the people on second day. It's kind of weird how to explain it. You fight the people from Last Chance Major. I think that's how that works. So this isn't for money. You still get money no matter what, even if you don't qualify for finals. But yeah. Nadog, no. Can you not see that I'm watching Global Championship? What the fuck is this shit?
Queasy's gonna give some quick reminders of what he's capable of. For Misha and Teeny, they've also got to deal with Baka and Pars, and again, such an impressive day so far from Baka and Pars. We've really been seeing them take an aggressive stance and come out on top in numerous situations.
Really?
And I would expect
Then people call, so top 35 would be 50 people, and they're confused. So like top, so what was it, like top 14 from Global Championship? I think that's how many people. No, that was FNCS. I don't know how it really works. But you just gotta keep going. I don't know. I'm just gonna like go along with it, and maybe I'll understand. Go to Aussie Antics stream, and he has a clip of him explaining it, which he posted in the chat randomly. Who the fuck are these randoms? Yeah, I know, it's weird.
Agers and Kanata, the duo that needs at minimum a top 10 performance here in this game if they're looking to skip Saturday and go directly to
Fortnite.gg is just a map.
But a fight that we saw start as a 2v2.
You might be able to learn something on Fortnite Tracker there. I appreciate you. Yeah, I got you, dog.
Not really let him get any footing in this ground. The real estate here.
What's up, Nate? What's good, Ned?
Important, and another shot getting fired. Teeny getting back down little by little.
On TD.
Just playing a game of peek.
Oh shit! Come on, Baka.
But everything good comes to an end.
I shit on Baka in the solo cash cup. That shit was crazy. Oh. Damn, they had a good run though. We got Chubb's third party.
Shot here for Teeny, but it's not over just yet.
Bro, crouching. What was he doing, bro?
Deciding to join the fray. Teeny gonna look.
Check any earnings? I don't have any earnings.
Somehow, or at least an opportunity to get this revive going off onto Misha and Chubbs. Bryce. They don't seem like they're fully aware just how far back Teeny and Misha actually are. So a successful revive does come through. A 2v2 potential situation here.
I want to see what Chubbs looks like.
Misha and Teeny bound to be relatively low on resources after that last engagement.
You got to imagine it to be true. That's Teeny trying to hold the covers, give his teammate some time to try to heal up. First is going to be the med kit. Now it's going to be the shields and the forecast tower.
Really, I didn't see the 100 sub stream.
That's what they were originally fighting over, and that's probably what drawed Bryce and Chubbs over to this direction. But they don't know that he was weak necessarily. So for them,
they should go for the capture point.
They want to give themselves a fighting chance to get towards that championship Sunday and not
Agers versus Kanata. Oh, they're getting surged. Okay. Oh, Kanata's dead. Bro, Kanata's fucking selling.
Just trying to go ahead.
We got Thork and.
Let's go ahead and go listen in to see what happened in the beginning of this game.
I mean, when he gets in, I'll be able to see him and just run. 30-60 on him.
Nice.
I got headshot sniped through the bush.
Oh shit.
So sad, man.
That is fucking insane.
That is really all that can be said in some circumstances. Yamzo is actually just a monster for that one. I mean,
yeah, that's insane, bro.
Position as well. Sometimes it is what it is. But Yamzo, he's got a lot more to deal with for the time being. Being a little stays on the rotation, quickly reminded that there's still other players waiting around in this lobby for him.
And you can see towards the mini map, we're on kind of edge of zone towards the southeastern side, and that's where a lot of these caches will spawn either south towards the east, where a lot of these teams are congested at. And just judging by the lack of the slurp juice, they haven't grabbed theirs just yet. They're hoping to try to beat another team to that punch. And even though they found some dangers there, just a little bit, you can see that they have not too many teams nearby as we see the other side of what went down.
Dude, what the fuck? Oh my.
He is just on fire. He's feeling it. Look at the confidence.
That is fucking crazy.
Can't blame him at this point. It's just, what are you really meant to do?
Okay, so we got Kanata back up. That's a W. That's good. That's good.
But fortunately for Agers and Kanata, they're still going to be able to play things out as a duo. Successful reboot ban there for Agers. The health replenish as well. We've got a handful of slash splashes left to work through. So it's seeming.
Wait, are you white, Nate Dog? No, I don't think he is.
But sometimes those are the wake-up calls you need, especially when you know it's our fifth.
Wait, is he white?
Of the day. And while they're facing all that madness on that side of the map, Bugha and
watch his stream.
Sticking to what they know works, which is those slow side rotations. They found themselves towards the top side of the zone and kind of just looking. There's not too many teams in their mini map, and if you look even further, there's a
what are you talking about? Oh, really? Oh, that's tragic. sure? That's definitely you, bro. I think there is, bro.
Good chat.
They're actually in 24th place. They have 74 points.
Looking kind of cute though.
That's going to be a tough one to watch.
Eyes on Cooper and Miro as well. One of our teams in that 28th position, but
Alright, come on,
the team on our screen right now,
Carmi and Banyak.
Carmi, they've also got to ensure that they're able to stay.
They look pretty set this game.
25 because
They just gotta pull through
just
this game.
barely being above, as far as the points are concerned, it does not leave you in a guaranteed position. There are ample teams that could look to leapfrog over you if you aren't careful. So we'll definitely keep that in mind and continue trying to be as methodical as possible with their movements.
Yeah, you can basically see the tail end of that top 25. Pink and Vinko down 74. Batman, Booga, and Rapid 80. The points continue to climb the more you go up. A lot of these teams don't really need to do everything. They just need to do the bare minimum. As Snazy gets spotted out by himself, and Shari and Rue, they have a chance to sneak up. Snazy's all by himself. Podesai, we already saw him go down earlier on in the game, and the strike from above, the sneak attack, and it's worked to perfection. And Shari and Rue, they get that elimination, and that's huge because they were the team in the 25th spot. They started the game with 68 points. Now you can kind of count them up, 72, but they still haven't passed us Pink and Pico at 74 points.
That's one shot, man.
So focused on teams that weren't on that Rift Island. He had no clue that those two were sneaking up behind him. The ultimate crouch maneuver, essentially, all the way up until they had their precise moment to pounce onto Snazy. And that's big as well for Mshari and Rue, because again, another team just barely managing to hang on to that top 25 threshold.
I don't know, Daydog. I don't know what, if you're white or not.
This is a team, you know,
I can't really tell. You still have like that kind of squeaker kind of voice.
Top of leaderboards in duo cash cups, in FNCSs. They're just trying to continue to mimic that, just like Cooper and Miro, who are almost not even duoing this season. It was left to a coin flip of all things. And
I'm also part Mexican. I just think if your ethnicity is more white, I don't feel like it's really good to say it.
One would think, but I guess it maybe depends.
Even if you have 1% African in you, you can't just blurt out the N-word.
They've done an excellent job as a team, but more importantly,
it's a slur.
their placements, you saw it jump
You
just
just
a
can't
little
say
bit.
it, bro.
Part of that due to the fact that Cooper able to find a really nice elimination here, and this is a massive one as well.
Oh shit, Cooper.
Shut down onto Cold essentially, and that is huge for Cooper and Miro because they have had some problems in their rotations dealing with some of these teams that are already guaranteed to be participants of our championship Sunday. So knowing
they're trying to get more right so that they're not in this congested type of layer. There's a lot of teams in front of them.
The rotation all that easier.
It probably builds a little bit of confidence too, because even though they went down and they got their spot on Sunday,
This end game is gonna be insane, bro.
First in this bracket, more than likely, with how they've been playing, and when you see Cold go down, when you see Acorn go down, it makes that much more better. It's like a sigh of relief. That's one less dangerous player in the lobby that I have to go through towards the very end.
I mean, 3 out of 5 teams in our
Or white is white.
are just not in the lobby any longer. They've all been eliminated.
Yeah, that's facts. So.
Cammy and Seti and Ritual and Reed, but again, the point difference so high. These guys can essentially choose exactly how they want to wrap things up for today. Meanwhile, Booga doesn't get that same luxury. Booga and
The only reason why I'm not timing him out is because I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be a must. 44 points. We saw the threshold around 72 points.
I'm about to add a command. I'm gonna try to just block out that word.
Which really isn't much.
I ain't having people. I don't want people to say that shit on my chat.
Upward trajectory in a lot of their games, much like Kanata and Agers. A lot was holding them back was Thomas and Malibuka in that off-spawn battle, but now they have a chance here to hold on to their own destiny. Fate is in their hands, and They just need to be able to find a little bit of a refresh. But where are they going to get their refresh? How long can they survive without it? If they stop just short of going deeper into the zone, they got themselves the edge for a team like this with 329 above the damage threshold. That's just going to be enough for now.
Considering that Agers had to get a reboot off onto Kanata, they were a little bit of shambles.
Yeah.
When you think about how this game started out for them, sure, that initial 50-50 might have been relatively successful. Granted, they would have definitely loved the double elimination factor there, only getting one onto Thomas, Malabuka forcibly retreating, but it is an endeavor, to say the least, to reboot your teammate and then find yourself successfully deep enough into a late game lobby to potentially catapult yourself into the top 25 leaderboards for today.
Just moments ago,
Wish this shit was higher than 1080.
Taking down Mappy. They're just trying to continue to control their own destiny as well. Teeny taking down Fast Roki. A lot of these teams outside of the bubble, and I thought I just saw iDrop go down to Ping, so that's another team eliminated out of this lobby.
Who do y'all think is winning this game?
They're still in it, and they're here.
I'm gonna go with either Booga or Threats or fucking Cooper. I don't know who I know who Cooper's teammate is. I just can't remember. Or Reed could definitely win. Not Booga. You don't think so? He might. He's still alive. He needs it.
Coming in behind everybody else. Your primary concern is going to be, well, depending on where those other teams are.
I mean, Paper is still alive, and you know he's really good at clutching, but it's just it's impossible.
And that's exactly what King and FaZe are.
Oh wait, no. Why am I thinking Cold and Paper are the same? I just seen Agent. Muzz could definitely win though. It's possible.
Yeah, they don't want to get held out. They want to do the holding. They're rotating.
Look how congested this fucking zone is. Damn.
25. I wouldn't say they're as safe as can be. Anything could still happen. But FaZe's doing a good job of leading the charge. Found themselves a little bit of spot where they can hold up for now, but they're getting focused by a couple players in this lobby. Alex Worthy being one of them on the other side. He continues to peek through the cone. 81 below, Taco. This isn't looking
right. Acorn, Cold got beamed, so it's I don't even know if Cold is still alive or not, or Acorn. Fucking Cooper beamed the shit out of Cold. Oh, that's just tragic. Yeah, this is over.
Not just about onto FaZe or King now under heavy duress, trying to do what he can, forced to build down, forced to drop numerous layers, but again with this legendary slurp juice, will be able to just barely prevent himself from being eliminated by the damage threshold tags off of the slurp.
I don't know if Acorn is still alive. I'm looking for his name.
Right,
I think they're out. Oh, Kanata is still in.
Below the threshold, even with the slurp juice pops, they're taking a lot of damage. But Rise Yamzo, team who took down Kanata and Agers in the beginning.
I think Reed just went down. I don't know. I might be thinking that.
If he can go back to his OG self, we used to call him one of the more prolific solo players in the game, being able to pick up a massive amount of points, a huge amount of clutches.
He's 620 above. He doesn't really have to look. He just needs a refresh. There's loot to his behind him. Oh shit, that's a mega refresh. Nice.
A nice little gift though, just on the
nice.
Ground, managed to pick up some materials. It's going to provide him more than the 4 builds he had initially to work with. Shot him up to 30, but still, Kanata also now with this nicely breacher in tow, breaking through the floors of some of these builds and just.
I don't know, bro. Do you guys see Acorn anywhere? I don't see Acorn. I think they went down.
There are more teams left alive right now that are outside of the top 25
it's still moving
than there is inside of the top 25. And placement points haven't even begun to kick in yet. That puts a lot of pressure on the King. He's already survived Storm Surge once. He has the slurp juice. He has a couple minis.
It's okay. I mean they qual straight to final. I mean round 3 of this, so it's whatever for them.
He's just trying to survive.
I think they're still in first too.
I thought I saw the tip of a big pot down there as well, which will be crucial for his survival. He finally looks down. There's a med mist as well. He found a treasure trove and a miracle to keep himself alive. But he knows he needs to go. He knows he needs to continue moving forward, get towards the zone. You don't want to fall behind, but a nice shot from the backside. King forced to stabilize himself, stop the rotation.
You just need to look for like a tag on people rotating through.
Again, right now it seems the King
nice.
is trying to prioritize position,
crazy.
just hoping that some other team, some other solo gets eliminated first, and that could potentially put him to where he actually is
Yo, what the
below that
fuck?
first threshold. But Kanata right now just barely clinging on, but it won't be enough. Finally finds himself eliminated from the lobby. Unfortunate run there for Kanata and Aegis in our final game of the day.
Yeah, at least he got this experience.
What the fuck? How is he playing like that? Oh, I don't know.
Against our last chance major teams, Zaxidus.
Oh shit, Booga's going crazy. Yo, Booga could low-key win, bro. You got 700 mats, bro.
You talked about it yourself. You even casted it throughout the day. They have yet to play a solid game as a duo. This is their chance. The solos trying to push back both Alex and Worthy as well. A lot of damage being done here by Storm Surge, not even these players.
We're seeing so many teams, though, struggling with Storm Surge, but for Booga and Threats, they were over 800 damage above. They can focus entirely on how they choose to actually...
just turn on Booga mode? I know, he was going Booga Fortnite God mode.
Right now,
Alright, Miro's still running through.
Into a solo position, won't have any sort
of shock and striker, that's good. That's really good for solos.
Too deep into these moving zones at this point is now Miro finds himself in a decent amount of pressure, a couple of slash flashes, all of his slash flashes actually going to be expended here. Miro
play Storm.
trying to see if he can find an opening from the backside of the zone. Nutty from the side though. Wow. Clean shot onto 7-man. And a quick build up to utilize his med kit.
Just quick moving, quick reacting, but not quick enough. That's Cowgamer and 7-man. A big game's needed from them. They could boost themselves into that top 25 as
Booga's
well.
okay fucking chilling, bro.
5 eliminations so far, peeking down low, trying
Ooh, that's kind of like an L rotate. Just wasted way too many mats.
Or siphon mats. Anything is what they're looking for. And they even split it between them two, so it's even less for an individual. They fall on top of Alex. Can they get that elimination? Can they get the siphon? Yes, they can. Off the back of Threats, who gets a double elimination and push themselves into the top 10.
Oh, Booga went down.
There. No, Booga actually gonna
He's gotta run, bro. Run!
He won't be able to make it in time. And the knock from that surge damage, that's so tough that the Storm is going to be his ultimate competitor. But Threats still up. Threats still trying to move forward.
He does have a lot of builds.
Doesn't have much left in the med miss though. Needs to find a refresh at this point.
It's almost 100% necessary, but these points that he's grabbing here, staying alive, 7 eliminations
why'd
as
you
well.
do that, bro?
This could be enough, but it's definitely going to be a buzzer beater if I've ever seen one myself, and he's continuing to bypass everybody.
Oh shit, we got Hamzo and Rise, bro. Who could have fucking guessed?
This last and final game of the day. A few teams actually that are stuck down low still need this shot to try to qualify. Misha and Teen is one of them. Chulex and Chicho, they probably already got their spot, but Threats yet again. Another elimination, trying to go ahead and keep him and Booga's dream alive.
But for Threats, he didn't find any sort of white heals which he needed. Granted, it might not be necessary.
Oh, second place. Good fucking shit, bro. Oh my god, they're both redheads? Oh, what the fuck?
And we are seeing one of NA's finest with a victory royale for the day close.
I call them one of the most dangerous teams coming into the global championship. It may have taken them some time to heat up, but they have finally won the game. And I want to go ahead and hear exactly what they have to say, so I'm going to throw it over to Frankie to let us know how they're feeling in this moment.
Let's go look at the Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go to we're gonna go look at the leaderboard. Let's see what it is right now. Everything should be updated. Okay. We know how many matches? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Is this updated? This does not look updated at all. It might be. I think it is updated. Was there 6 games? I'm going to get an RTX 3060. It's kind of my goal. This isn't updated.
national stage. So.
Natural, your favorite place to be now?
Yeah, I just have to get used to it. And once you get used to it, it's kind of easy.
You make it look easy, I'm not going to lie, but I know it's definitely not. Iomzo Rise,
I will be right back, all right?
We'll see you on Sunday, and we'll see the guys on the desk right now, I think.
Thank you so much. This is a unicorn duo. This is a rare type of duo, okay? I'm talking you're bringing together two people who are unique in gameplay, in skill set, in hair color. These guys have it all. The Victory Royale, especially here in championship first day, global championship first day, that's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll be honest, I feel like they were a little quiet throughout the day. I wasn't really keeping a close eye on Iomzo and Rise, but of course, last game of the day, they're gonna be like, hey, by the way, guys, like, we're one of the best teams.
I'm gonna go get a drink. We'll be back.
100%, man. The Ginger Giants, hey? These guys, look, you said a bit quiet. I had seen them sort of within almost every end game, right, towards the back end, right? You said, you know, he had the double 0-point games or whatnot, but then the rest of it was very consistent, exactly what you expect to see from the Iomzo and Rise. They're one of the teams I love the most from NA, right? Because tactically, they are sound, right? They are as good tactically as any other team in the world. And when they are feeling confident, when they are in their rhythm, they are so, so good. And they showed it there in that last game.
Iomzo's always been one of those guys, right, that is just ridiculously confident. And it's not in like a cocky way, it's just he knows what he can do.
He's good.
And now they're like, hey, look, kind of what he's saying, once we figured it out, it's easy. It's not necessarily easy. They are just that good.
Yeah, and I mean, I want to point out the fact that, you know, they mentioned that, yeah, sure, the first game we were a little bit nervous. And a lot of the times we talk about experience being that, oh, they've been to these in-person event before. And that's why some of those players that have that experience come in and they're sort of ready. But the fact that they were able to adapt and get comfortable in just a short amount of time, right? We only played 5 games today, and they were talking like they were very, very comfortable towards the end of it. So that is impressive in its own right.
But that comes with having a game plan, right? And that's the difference between them and a lot of other teams, just in compared to Fortnite in general, is these guys come ready. And when you have a game plan that you can trust, you just have to be confident, right? Because you know you follow that game plan, it's going to take you far, and that's exactly what these guys can do.
Absolutely. Let's do this. Let's take a look at our standings. Remember, we want to end the day in top 25 to go straight on through to Sunday. Real quick, Vivid, I am not good at reading. What's that? What is that? What do you say? What's the name up there in the first place?
Hey, Livin, let's take the facts here, right? I'm a little short. Have a little trouble with the top shelf sometimes.
Okay.
Can you go ahead and read out first place from all the way up there?
Guys.
All the way up there?
All right.
Who's
so
that?
in first place, you have Agents Cold and Dig Acorn. They have been phenomenal. Yes, 325 points. First place.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. Now, what's crazy to me, let's talk about the overall of this top 10, right? I would have expected a lot more EU names in general, but that's not the case. Now, we have some high-profile ones in there, Queasy, Venos, Seti, and Cammy. But still, NA deciding to show up on day 1.
Yeah, NA had a very good day. I'm very, very proud of everybody. I think Acorn and Cole definitely proved that low ground is pretty much theirs, especially when it comes to finding the eliminations, when it comes to finding the great rotations that they actually do through some of those mid games. Some of them they just weren't even building. So shout out to Acorn for making some of those calls. And obviously, Cold, he'll always find you an elimination.
100%, right? And even similar for Iomzo and Rise towards the back end of them games, right? There were a couple of those games, I think it was game 3. You saw them try to look up for height, and they were ready. They wanted to go for it. Queasy and Venom up there, started spraying them. But when you're an IGO as good as Rise is, you're not concerned about it. Like, cool, we can't play for height. I'll just play mid ground and low ground just as well. And that's exactly what they've done today.
You'd love to see it. Now, our next question obviously has to be, who's going through? We know the top 25 will be moving on to Sunday. Let's take a look at a list of the 25 players that have qualified. A couple of names, let's just call them out. Obviously, we saw some of the big ones. I wanted to quickly highlight Zagu right here and Peppo Clip. Obviously, we saw them back in the days of Invitational. For them, though, back then, day 2 didn't quite hit as hard. But now, making it through to Sunday, they have time to prepare. And hopefully, they'll bring some heat.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited to actually see what they bring on day number 3. We also saw some very cool strategies from them throughout the day. You know, farming some of that surge. Very, very cool from them. But talking about some of the smaller regions, I mean, Alex and Worthy, 6th place from the OCE region. Very impressive.
Alex is one of my favorite players to watch. Such an electric player, so entertaining. At any given moment, This guy can turn it on and just absolutely storm and roll for anyone worthy as well. When I spoke to them, they said they were struggling a bit, right? It's a 25-hour flight for them, right, to get it over here. And they said, yeah, we're feeling a bit tired, but, you know, give us some good sleep and we'll be able to get into that lobby and show you what we can do. And that's what they're doing here today.
So now that we've kind of concluded the first 5 games, how are you guys feeling about the competition? Obviously, it's pretty evident there's a lot of duos that are still holding some things back, right? Whether that be they held them back and now they're going to lower bracket, or they're in the top 25. They can hold them till Sunday. Did day 1 meet your expectations, Vivid?
Yeah, I feel like so. And again, I want to kind of bring up the regional aspect of the global championship. Going actually into finals from the upper bracket, we have 12 EU teams, 8 NA teams, 2 Asia teams, and then 1 each for Middle East, Asia, or not Asia, Brazil, and OCE. So pretty rounded out, right? Regional representation from every single one of those going into the finals from the upper bracket.
Yeah, someone from everywhere stepped up, seemingly, and I think that's what you sort of would have expected. I think we always come into these competitions and think, you know, we sort of stack the biggest names up there and think, oh, this team's going to call, that team's going to call. There's always going to be some form of disappointment, and I think there will be some teams that thought, you know what, this hasn't been the best day for us. Yeah, we have the lower bracket, but we wanted to get it done in the upper. But even with that being said, I think I've definitely seen what I expected to see from a lot of the better teams, the better players, the big names, the fan favorites, of course. Even from what we've seen from the crowd here today, when they were more in there, a lot of people gone to the toilet, it seems. But when they were here, right, the noise was crazy. So I think all in all, man, the players who will be playing tomorrow definitely have to come in and maybe adjust some things. But it's been a great day.
For sure. Let's take a look at some of those players. We'll start kind of on the bubble. And this final game was a fight for that top 25 spot. Ultimately, it was iDrop and Mappy that do make it through to the grand finals on Sunday. But take a look at some of these names here down to 34th that are going to be we'll be seeing go tomorrow. Fahad actually for one moment overtook the 25th spot, and it looked like it was going to be locked in, but just barely falling short. A single point making the difference.
How do we have 2 teams a single point behind 25th there? In that 33rd spot, I saw Pink and Vika. I want to talk about them very, very quickly because I'm expecting that they will have the opportunity to be uncontested in the lower bracket tomorrow. So I'm assuming it'll be a little bit better of a day for them. Yeah,
100%, right? They're more accustomed to sort of dealing with that situation where they will have access to all the loot, right? And all that space in that area. But of course, if you're any of these teams, they will be feeling a bit disappointed. You have to be able to just mentally reset, come back into tomorrow. I think the big thing is, it's obviously going to be a very different lobby tomorrow. We have a whole new set of teams coming in. A bunch of players who may have been contested today, uncontested, like in the case of Pink and Vico. Some players who maybe were uncontested today might be contested tomorrow, right? So it's like, you know, you're almost coming into not a whole different tournament, but it's going to feel that way in the lobby at times.
Is there more pressure going into tomorrow? Obviously, the 25 in the lower bracket have been watching. They've been learning. They've been trying to figure things out. Players that have gone from today now to the lower bracket, is that more pressure? Is it maybe like, okay, I'm warmed up, so let me just kind of change a couple things and we're good?
I think from a format-wise, it has to be more pressure, right? Like, it just has to be. But more games, right? 5 games under their belt now on the international stage. They got to be feeling a little bit more comfortable when it comes to the setups, the crowd, and the lights.
Yeah, I think there'll be more pressure because, of course, these teams were expected to go through. They were the upper bracket teams, right? A lot of the lower bracket teams, some of those guys don't have that LAN experience. But for the teams who didn't quite do it today, in your head, you're thinking, oh, top 25, that's pretty easy. I can get that. You didn't, right? So now you're almost second-guessing yourself. It's not easy to get top 25.
Yeah, this is, I mean, what? 75 of the best duos in the world, right? This was going to be a difficult task. Some duos took full advantage. I'm looking at you guys in EU. You know who you are. Queasy Vano, Sandy Cammy. But still, we have to keep focused, right? We cannot skip a beat. Now, we're going to take a little break here because Kelly is standing by in the Creator Lounge with none other than Peach Cobbler.
That is right, Zeke. Peach Cobbler here joining me. Thank you so much. Day 1 is now over. How has it been for you?
Oh my gosh, it's been absolutely amazing. It's kind of like just a big teaser for what's to come.
Oh, yeah. I mean, tomorrow, speaking of what's to come, we have the lower bracket now joining the bottom 25 teams here. Is there any team coming into tomorrow that we haven't seen today that you're excited for?
Oh my gosh, definitely Clicks and Epic Whale. Some of my favorites for a long time now.
Oh yeah, you were actually just telling me before we went live that you've been going to Fortnite tournaments since the World Cup. What has that been like watching Fortnite grow and evolve?
It's honestly been such a blessing. Like, I feel like each year Epic just steps it up one level after the next, and it got me hooked on seeing the live events. Like, being here is nothing like being at home.
And speaking of Epic, Will, you were actually sitting behind the parents. What is it like to see, you know, just these emotional moments and the people that are so passionate, just like yourself?
Oh my gosh, it definitely passes on like through you. Like, they were crying, I started crying. I was like, I didn't even know who Epic was at the time, but just to see that passion from the parents supporting and then like watching him compete the way that he did was just beautiful.
And we got to watch some incredible competition today. Was there any surprises for you?
Oh my gosh, I feel like Fortnite in general is just full of surprises. Like the loot pool or what people land on. A lot of the 50-50s had me like jaw-dropping shocked, and it was just exciting to see Kanata go against Malabuka and Thomas, and just like it was amazing. Very hype.
I know. I can't believe that it's already over. I just want more, and we'll get more tomorrow. But Peach Cobbler, thank you so much for joining me here in the Creator Lounge. Where can people find you online?
It's the Peach Cobbler. Anyway, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you again. And guys, I believe we're heading back to you, Zeke.
You are. Hi. Thanks again to Peach Cobbler for hanging out and all of our creators that stopped by. We do truly appreciate that. We have to set expectations going into tomorrow. We don't want to get too kind of deep into it because we'll have all day tomorrow to break all of it down. But now that we know which duos will be moving to tomorrow, I kind of wanted to kind of get your thoughts. Are there duos in the lower bracket as we take a look at this list? Just give me one from each of you, just a little taste, a little more.
Mr. Savage and Vedil,
Okay.
it has to be, right? You know, Mr. Savage, all the fans in the world, clearly, right? Everybody loves Mr. Savage, and of course the same for Vedil. All the pressure's going to be on them to perform for their fans, and I think they'll deliver.
Hey, Levin, we were hanging out a little bit with some of the fans, and as they were walking around, I believe I heard this multiple times, quote unquote, Clicks is going to win. So I'm sure the arena will be absolutely crazy tomorrow seeing him compete. So I'll be excited for that as well.
I've got to round this out. Agers and Kanata, right? Having this crazy 50-50 off spawn today didn't work out, but that's okay. This is Agers. This is Kanata. They are FNCS champions for a reason. I will put my faith in.
Yo. Alright, yeah, this is pretty good. Wait, hold on, talk. Alright, yeah, this is pretty good. Wait, hold on, talk. Okay, yeah, my shit's pretty good. Wait, hold on. I have to change my stream quality. It looks like dog shit.